How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Adventure Quest video. I'm your host Korban Gaming, and happy 2020. It's finally the start of a new decade, and of course that signifies the end of the old one. So yeah, and you can see I am not too pleased. So talk about a bad way to start the year. In fact, a very bad way to start the year. Okay, I'll try to keep things positive for this video as much as possible. Okay, alright, so firstly I ran into some issues with the recording. It got cut off halfway, the whole file got corrupted. I had to re-record everything. I am so pissed. Okay, but that isn't even everything. So apart from that, I accidentally deleted the webcam recording as well. I had to re-record this whole entire thing over. So yeah, just two entire re-recordings I had to do. So anyways, for today's episode, we are going to be updating our gear, and I also will be talking about the farming spots that you guys can use for your leveling up. So as you guys know already, level 50 to about 60 plus is the sort of, I would say, dead spot, especially for adventurers. So you don't have a good place where you can farm because of the fact that you aren't strong enough to take on undead dragon Drakev yet, and at the same time any other monsters just don't give enough EXP. So what I found here is that you can actually go back to this very old farming spot, which is the Restoration inside the Devourer Saga. This farming spot, a lot of people used to use it in the past. I think it's no longer used as commonly now because of all the new places that people have discovered for farming. But I found that from level 50 to around level 60 plus, until you are strong enough to take on Drakev, this is still a really good farming spot. Now, some monsters in there, though, they don't give a lot of XP. Some give like 200, 1k, but there are some monsters which give quite a sizable amount as well, such as the Fear Drake, the Zug. All these monsters, they only have about 1k HP, so they are relatively easy to go down. And of course, there are stuff like Void Dragons and Nerf Kittens inside that place, inside that quest as well. So they can make for really either easy monsters to kill, such as Void Dragon, or high XP monsters such as the Nerf Kitten. So I would still highly recommend that place to do your farming until you are strong enough to take on the Undead Dragon Drakehead. Now, moving on, we are going to be updating our gear. So let's look at Yuga's shop right here. So you can finally go to the Advanced Armory. I've been doing quite a lot of grinding off camera, okay, to get my character all the way up to level 70 plus, and I found that I can do about 1 to 2 Drakev battles per day. Afterwards, I can do I usually use the Restoration to go and get the rest of my leveling up done. So yep, there is that. And right now we are searching through Yuga to upgrade our equipment. So some of the items I realized that they are Guardian only, and they actually do not write it there, which is another thing that sort of ticks me off. But please try not to get too angry for this video. Okay, so I sold off some items and I bought some items, but as you guys know, before I reach the max level, gold is inconsequential. It has never been a problem. I've also crossed 1 million gold, as you guys can see, 1.3 million gold already, and to be honest, it's really easy to do. All you have to do is do your ballyhoos daily, and that's it. You will easily hit over 1 million gold. All of the equipment that you need to buy, they are super cheap. A few thousand, a few hundred gold. One ballyhoo gives you like 10 to 20,000 gold. So yeah, you can get a large amount of gold every day just by doing ballyhoo and without doing anything else. So as long as you can do your ballyhoos consistently, then yeah, gold will never be a problem until you reach max level. So next up, we are going to be upgrading our weapons here, and we'll look through Robina's shop. Alright, so the light longbow, if I remember, and the radiant longbow, if I remember correctly, they are Guardian only, so I had to get the crossbow instead, which is the level 70 version. Nonetheless, it's still a big upgrade. Also, one thing to mention is that the level 40 something versions and the level 70 versions, I realized that the damage difference isn't really that huge, to be very honest. It's about maybe 10 to 20 more damage depending on which monsters you're fighting. I know it adds up, but even with the lower level weapons, I found that surprisingly I can still take on, JCAF. Of course, I'm mainly using the ally assist for help, which is why I'm not doing JCAFs consistently. But for all other quests, level 40 something equipment, they work all the way up to level 70 plus. Of course, since equipment is so ridiculously cheap, you should be trying to change your equipment as often as you can, because the goal you have is just a lot. So it doesn't matter if you consistently change your equipment, and I would highly recommend you guys to change your equipment every 10 to every 20 levels, so that you guys can make the best out of your farming. Right. So I went ahead and get the firebolt crossbow as well. Now we also went ahead to look at some other stuff. I wanted to get the nocturnal nighterang. I'm not sure if I did. Yep, I think I did in the end. And I decided to sell off I sell quite a lot of these items here, right? So do I sell Beast's Diffidence? Yes, I do. In the end, you'll see later. So Energy Dragon sticker. Selling out bought the nocturnal nighterang. So really happy that it isn't Guardian only, so I can actually use it in battle, but I actually replace it even before I got a chance to use it. You guys will see later. Right, so now I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm probably thinking like, what weapon should I get next? Or should I go for the shields or something? Okay, so I went to look at the shields. No fantastic shields here, so I decided to skip it completely. Miscellaneous items are about time I replaced my bow and spear master emblem, but I'm not level 85 yet. So I have to wait until level 85 before I can replace those, so I skipped that. And now I go ahead and look at the basic shop to see if there's anything that's good. Shield wise, nothing. Miscellaneous items wise, I think I swapped it out to the level 65 version because I can't get the level 85 one yet. So level 45, it's a 20 level upgrade. It helps, and as you guys know, gold isn't a problem, so yeah, just going to sell all of that and then buy the bowmaster emblem and now get the spearmaster emblem. So next up, we move on to Wallick's shop to see what he has, and Wallick actually has some pretty good pets for those of you guys who do not know. So now I look through the weapons first, but nothing caught my eye there. Okay, so now I'm looking through the shields. Let's see, what did I get here? Okay, some are Z tokens only, so I didn't get that. These are Guardian only, so I couldn't get those either. As for the ice part of my inventory, I decided to still stick with the horror show set, so I didn't get anything ice related. As for spells, I decided that summon spells will be a lot more useful for me as opposed to damage spells, so I didn't get any spells at all. And here, Undead Fire Giant, this is a must get pet if you're level 70, if you're level 75 and above. I'll say usable, will be usable all the way up to 80, 90 plus, maybe even level 100. It deals a crazy amount of damage. I'll highly recommend Undead Fire Giant. So definitely get that pet if you want. Of course, it's still using the old artwork, so don't expect some amazing artwork, but it's really amazing. It's a really strong pet and you should definitely get it. So I sold my Stars and Stripes. These are seasonal rare items. They'll return every, I believe, 4th of July or something. Was it in July? Because I definitely did not I only got it recently. I definitely did not record this episode in July. I think like every time there's some big event like New Year's event and whatnot, they will come back. So yeah, I can't remember if Stars and Stripes are Mastercraft, but yeah, I'm going to replace them with a stronger pet right now, which is the Undead Fire Giant. I also bought Cobalt Dragon, but I didn't get to use it before I sold it later on, as you guys will see. So I already have Thunderlord's Ravens. Here, I actually did not realize that I have another energy pet. But when I had to buy Cobalt Dragon, I don't know what for, so didn't realize that, unfortunately. So now we head to Arya's pet shop to look at some other stuff. So weapons. Here, there's actually a winged weapon here that caught my eye, which is the Warhawk, because it uses charisma instead of luck for your lucky strikes. So this is really good for Beastmasters. Unfortunately, I sold this for another compression weapon, which you guys will see later. So I did not even get to use this. I was just buying stuff willy-nilly and deciding what would work best. So I got the Warhawk, but I will change it out later. And here I'm looking through some of the other stuff, see that anything else that's range damage for me, but turns out there's none. So I move on to the next part, which is armors. You have your Cyber Rex Rider, which is tokens only. I used to have the armor on my main, but then I sold it off. It's a fantastic armor if you have easy tokens. Its artwork is pretty good. It has a strong skill, but overall it only goes up to level 120. So I advise you not to waste your tokens on that unless you are an adventurer who buys tokens. But that is very weird. So if you're buying tokens, just get guardianship. You're either a guardian or you're not a guardian. It's very unlikely that you are a guardian. You are a non-guardian who buys Z tokens. That is like super weird. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend you to do that anyway. So you can see here a lot of stuff is actually locked behind guardianship inside this game. So if you want to get the full experience, I'll recommend you to just get a guardianship. Compared to games nowadays, a $20 guardianship is like nothing. So without guardianship, is essentially like less than half the game, I would say. For Dragon Faber and AQ, it's the same thing. If you don't get the membership, you're essentially playing like, I would say, 20 to 30% of the game only overall. You're not having the full enjoyment. So buying the membership unlocks a ton of stuff. So yeah. Now I get the upgraded version of Zeph and Needy, which compresses both wind and ice. And I look through some of the other pets. What else do I get here? Yep, I get this Balloony Fighter, which is a level 70 light pet. It's actually really, really strong. And I recommend you guys to get it as well. Its attack is a 3 hit and it deals like 60 to 70 plus damage. Yeah, so that's pretty good for a pet. Maybe it's just cause of my charisma, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. Tough Gizzard, another pet. This pet gets stronger as you level up, and this one starts gaining strength above level 69. So this is very weird. This is a very weak pet, I must say. It doesn't attack every turn for some weird reason, even though it's recommended. I have a lot more charisma than what is recommended. It doesn't attack every turn, and on top of that, its attacks aren't super strong. I would say it's average. It's not weak. Okay, maybe it's teetering on the edge of being weak. So yeah. Don't get the Tough Gizzard. I'm still trying to find a replacement. Here, I didn't get the Frogzard because I thought the Frogzard is a pretty ordinary pet. And reading the description of Tough Gizzard, I thought it's going to be a very strong pet, but turns out I was wrong. It's actually pretty garbage, so don't get Tough Gizzard. Whatever you do, maybe just get the Frogzard or something. Yeah. Here we look at Rip in the Sky. We go over to Adder's Forge first. Alright, so Adder's Forge, looking at the weapons here, I got the, what's that weapon called? Cataclysmic Crossbow. Yeah, it's a really strong darkness weapon, so you guys can get that here if you want. And of course, Rainbow Ray Gun is here as well. Rainbow Ray Gun is more of a utility weapon that allows you to swap the elemental resistances of your foe. It's useful in certain situations, but not all situations. It's more of a end game item, and it's a very, like, how do I put it? It's a very specific item, so you only need it for very specific circumstances. There aren't a lot of users for it outside of regular, like for your regular questing and regular bossing. You probably won't need to use it. I mean, it's good to have if you have the extra slots, but if you don't have, then you don't really need it. So yeah. So I didn't get the Rainbow Ray Gun. If I did, I'll probably wait until I maxed out his my character's level first, and then probably just get it, because at lower levels there's no use for a Rainbow Ray Gun. Alright. So I look at the other stuff here, and yeah, I decided not to get anything. Short armors, there's only Bulk here. Bulk is easily outclassed. But what's good about Adder's Forge is its shields. It has some of the best shields inside the game. In fact, I would say all of the best shields for each element inside the game for free-to-play players are here. For the 3 elements at least, Tectonic Tower Shield, I still use that shield on my main account. So that shows how good it is. Shield of Agony's Blood, I'll prefer a different fire shield for my main, but for free-to-play players, Shield of Agony's Blood is really strong, so definitely get that. ISO Shifter, alright, and Learning to Fly and Tectonic Tower Shield, they have about the same effect. So it decreases the damage you take, the lesser health you have, so that's really, really good. And I would say Learning to Fly and Tectonic Tower Shield are two of the best shields for their elements inside the game, at least for free-to-play players, and to some extent even Guardian characters, so definitely get that. Moonwalker's Grace, I decided to swap it out as well and get a higher level version, but should have done that because this Moonwalker's Grace actually costs 275 freaking SP to use, 277 MP to use, so yeah, I didn't have enough MP unfortunately to cast that spell, and end up I just didn't get it at all because of my lack of MP. So no, end up I actually got it, but I realized I couldn't use it, so there is that. And now we will exit the Rip in the Sky and go back. Right, no thanks. Oh, I actually clicked the wrong button there, right. Now the next part, we will be going through the we are going to another place to upgrade our equipment, which is Hollow's Garage right here. So not many people know about this place, but I've been reading about it recently and I think it's a really good place to get weapons. So we will be hunting for that Mastercraft set. There are some good items there, namely the Wicked King's Plate. We'll be hunting for that in another video very soon, but for today we are going to be checking out Hollow's shop. So let's see here. That is no. What are you building here? So yeah, click on that to access his shop and his weapons here. You can see, yeah, these are the weapons that I got, the weather remote weapons. So they actually compress 2 elements, which is really nice for adventurers. I was thinking like, oh my god, are these going to be Guardian only? Because compression equipment is really hard to come by for free-to-play adventurers, and if it's going to be Guardian only, I'm going to be selling all this for nothing, and I'm going to have to find a way to get it back again off camera, which will be really annoying. So end up, they are not just for Guardians only, so that's great, and they are actually pretty expensive, 19k. So I think these are Mastercraft weapons, so 19k, really expensive, but still didn't even manage to make a dent in my over 1 million goal. So yeah, I got the Thunderstorm and the Typhoon one. I got the Blizzard one by mistake, but no, I got one of them which compresses ice by mistake because I'm using Horror Show for ice, but yeah, I sold it right after and then changed out for the other one. So that's my mistake there. Don't make the same mistake I did. And of course, you should be conserving your gold as much as possible, even if you have a ton of it, because when you reach max level, everything is going to be super expensive. So yeah, should be trying to conserve your gold. Don't be like me, but for me, I'm just doing it for the entertainment sake of the video. I didn't bother to read through every single thing very in fine detail before buying it, but you should do as I say, not as I do. Right, next, we look at the pets here, and I actually got the energy pet, which is the Dynamo. So I decided to keep the Undead Fire Giant, which is the right choice because the Undead Fire Giant is a really strong pet. This Dynamo energy pet also turned out to be a really strong pet, which you guys will see later on. So I sold Cobalt Dragon to buy it, but stupid me still did not realize that I still have Thunderlord's Ravens inside my inventory. So I went ahead and buy that. So I should probably update Thunderlord's Ravens instead of that, but oh well. We'll probably do it off camera. Next, we go back to town, and what's the next thing I do here? Yeah, I went to upgrade the Horror Show equipment here. Alright, let's see. Let's go into the shop now. One bad thing about it is the Horror Show equipment, they do not have a range or magic version. There's only a melee version of the weapon. I know this event is already long over, but I hope that they actually change it soon. Probably implement like a magic weapon or ranged weapon as well, so that other classes can use it apart from warriors and hybrids. But even if you don't use the weapon, you can still use the armor. The miscellaneous item is still pretty strong, and of course there is the shield as well, which is really great. So I went ahead and get the level 68 version. Now, why do I keep sticking with Horror Show Void Vanquisher even for my main account? The reason is simple. It has the harm element. Not many weapons in AQ actually has the harm element, and harm element is very useful against certain monsters that have low elemental resistances, which is why I rather choose to keep, even though it may be slightly weaker compared to other ice weapons out there, but I chose to keep it because of the fact that it has the harm element. So next up, we are going to be replacing our Twilly pet, because our Twilly pet is at level 1, or like the most basic version of the Twilly pet. I got it right as I started this account, so that definitely needs to be leveled up. So here I fight through some basic level 1 monsters, really easy to get through here for this undead war. And yeah, I do apologize first, this is going to be a very long episode, because it is going to be a very long episode. Hope you guys enjoy the bonus super long episode to tide you through the new year. So yeah, even though this episode did cause me a lot of grief and rage, as you guys will see later on. Now this is I'm not even pissed at this point of time. I was doing pretty well, you know, quite happy. Hey, today is going to be a good day. I'm going to finish up this video, and then, you know, I'm going to render everything and whatnot, but you'll see later. Okay, so we finish up on the now you have to fight through 5 level 1 monsters. I don't know why that is the case. Of course, it's just meant for the storyline, but I find it extremely ridiculous and an extreme waste of time. Nonetheless, I get it done really quickly, and you should too, obviously. So everything should be one shot. Alright, next. Come on, next. Right. Undead Giant. Now you have Undead Spell Sword. So this guy unfortunately doesn't die in one hit, but I finally get to see my pet in action, and as you can see there, I wasn't disappointed at all. So really strong pet. Definitely recommend you guys to get the Balloony Fighter pet as your light pet to tide you through these next few levels. Alright, so after this, we will of course be facing the Draco Leech. So Draco Leech, what's special about this monster is that after you kill him, you can't kill him the first time. He'll be left with 1 HP regardless of how much damage you do, and afterwards he will raise up to fight you again. So I chose the normal difficulty, though in the interest of time I probably should have just chosen the easy difficulty, but whatever. So you can't kill him the first time. He'll be left with 1 HP, and then he'll just rise again on his turn with about 200 more HP, and then you can kill him then. So here I went ahead, I wanted to use Moonwalker's Grace, but then I realized that, oh no, I don't have enough MP because I am not a mage and I didn't train any intelligence. But yeah, so anyways, next up, we just continue to fight this guy normally and just kill him. So Artix is dealing quite a great deal of damage, which is nice to see. So is my pet, and you can see this character is coming along nicely. I can easily deal about over 200 damage per turn, which is really good. And this is where the power of the Beastmaster Ranger really shines. So of course I still need proper weapons, proper gas, proper pets, and of course proper armors. Is nowhere near completion yet, but this character is slowly but surely coming together. You guys can see that I'm no longer as weak as I used to be with some stat points in Charisma. So all my stat points now I'm spending in Charisma first. when I max Charisma, I will probably try a max Dexterity next. And then the last few stat points, also do let me know what should I do with the last few stat points. I was thinking of going for 250 Charisma, 250 Dexterity. That will leave me with, I can't remember how much. So Adventurers have lesser stat points than Guardians, obviously, because of their lower level cap. I was thinking either Endurance or Luck, but a lot of people say Endurance is pointless, so I'm thinking of dumping the rest of the stat points into Luck. Let me know what you guys think about that. 250 Dexterity, 250 Charisma, and everything else into Luck. Or should I dump a bit into Endurance? Let me know. So here we finally upgrade Retro Twilly onto the level 61 version. The next version is Guardian only, so there's no point in getting that. Now we back out, and what I want to show you guys here is, before I forget, another place for EXP farming. And this place is specific to Guardians only. So if you're not a Guardian, you unfortunately won't be able to access this place. So huge shout out to one of the commentators from the previous video. He actually told me about this place, but I went there and checked it out, and I saw that it was Guardian only. So nonetheless, I still want to showcase this to you guys. So if you guys don't know, if you guys are Guardians and watching this video, then you guys can actually use this farming spot to get past level 50 to level 60 plus. It's way faster than doing the Restoration Devourer quest line. But if you're an adventurer, you won't have this option, as you guys will see later. So here I'm trying to find out where to click. Can't really remember, but eventually I do pause the video, and then I went to search the forums on where exactly this place was. So it turns out that it was inside that room, but that room has plenty of secret chambers. So here is me randomly trying to click and find a place, but of course I didn't, because I'm clicking on all the wrong areas. What the heck am I even doing? Right. Okay, so I will take a drink first because it's pretty thirsty. Commentating through this twice, that was annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. Next, so I'm still desperately trying to find it here. So yeah, here it is. Supposed to click on this, go inside, and click on not this scroll. This is Carnex Wall. Go to this one, Dragon Wall. So if you're a Guardian, go to this one, click on this scroll. Now you'll face Akrilov, the Fire Dragon. So he has about 1k plus HP for his level, and he gives about 30,000 EXP, which is the same as Undead Dragon Drake have. The only downside is that he had to fight through a whole pile of fire monsters before you get to Akrilov, which can slow things down quite a bit. But if you're not sure enough to take on Drakehead, then I'll recommend doing this quest, because it is still extremely fast. 30,000 XP per monster. Also, Akrilov is extremely easy. Like I said, only 1,000 plus HP, and he's super weak to ice. So get a good ice weapon, and you are set. So do the Akrilov quest if you're Guardians, and if you're not, then go and do the Restoration quest in the Devourer Saga until you are sure enough to take on Drakehead again. That is still the fastest way, okay, until if you can defeat him consistently. So here I keep misclicking, so don't know what's going on through my brain there, probably tired, but yeah. Now, next part of the quest, we are going to be finishing up the last part of the Neko quest line. So now that I am level 76, I do level up in the quest, as you guys will see later. I am finally sure enough to take on the last part of the Neko quest. So enjoy this short little montage, and I will see you guys in a bit.
have you now.
Okay, so in order not to make this video a lot longer than it needs to be, I got extremely pissed at this part because I keep dying to this guy, Shinyaro. So what he does is he attacks with water and darkness element, but it's completely random. It doesn't element seek, it doesn't alternate. Maybe I'm missing a puzzle somewhere, but looking at his element also doesn't change anything, so it's completely random, water or darkness. So you know, I got into my best water and darkness equipment, which is the Kindred set, and yeah, what you want to do is just build up enough SP, enough focus from the combat practice trainer, go inside and then just nuke him down. That's the easiest way to get it done, and don't be lazy. You need 5 nukes. You can't do it with 3. I tried with 3, I failed. And I was so pissed because I had to do it again. And you can see how bad my RNG was. What the hell? He started off with he did a 500 plus damage critical hit on me. And my last strike actually missed, as you guys will see later. So my last nuke, right before I kill him, I missed the nuke. Like, what? What is this ridiculous RNG? I was so freaking pissed at this point of time. I keep failing, and then like, you see, it missed. Oh god. So yeah, I finally hit and it's finally done. So yeah, don't be lazy. Get 5 freaking. Make sure you have 5 nukes before you go and hit him. So that's finally done. So finally done with Neko. Decided to get the Tiger Luna Neko armor. It compresses both fire and it compresses earth and fire, I believe. So yeah, I need a good earth. Light and earth. Yeah, it compresses both light and earth. So I need a good light and earth armor. So I decided to get that. So yeah, finally done with this Neko nonsense, and I'm not coming back to it again. God, Shinyaro was so annoying, and my RNG here was horrible. So all in all, pretty bad way to start the new year, but nonetheless, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel more if you'd like to see more such future content. Till the next time, this has been Korban Gaming. Peace out.